the game. I think in any cricket, any sport, if you're in it, it's going to put you in a lot better position than
bit of an appeal there against Yunus Khan, but the umpire saying no. Been any conversations with Darren Lehmann? Has he sort of said, well, this is what we want to try and do to upset the equilibrium before the test match?
He's got his hands full to another game.
Bit of a bit of sloppy fielding.
It's a real opportunity, lost that one. Probably should be out. Real missed opportunity.
And the first time communication in the call, in particular with Yunus Khan, have handled really well. And generally, the young boys, the Cricket Australia 11, there hasn't been any hints of drop catch and that bad throw.
No, they've actually caught very well and catches good matches. There's no doubt about that. That's a very good idea. A couple of chances,
building a bit of pressure on them.
Yeah, it might be difficult in this light to see the revolutions that he's putting on, like picking up the seam. So, yeah, he's got the Karen ball. He's got one that goes the other way. So, yeah, he might be one which will cause some trouble in this twilight.
Would that be an advantage then more for a finger spinner than a leg spinner? Whereas the leg spinner, you're looking for more the wrist than you are looking for the revolutions on an off spinner?
Well, for Arjun, he's not a traditional off spinner in the fact that he doesn't fly the ball and get traditional revs. He throws the ball into the wicket quite hard, and with his dusha, it makes it quite difficult. So he bowls with a scrambled seam from time to time. So it's not the traditional revolution where you can see the rotation of the seam. He's quite crafty the way he does it, and he challenges the batsman. He really does find a good line of length most times, and challenges the batsman's technique, which. That's what he needs to do.
We've seen some pretty fair bowling by the Australians. To be fair, it's nearly like a third 11 because the Shield players have been playing. But for these guys who are knocking on the door of Shield cricket, they've bowled particularly well, kept a good line.
Absolutely, they have all day. That's all we've asked for. Actually, it's all we could have asked for. Just to try and maintain some discipline, and hopefully the rewards will come, and they have come. I thought. From ball one, I thought, Steketee bowled a really good over in his first over, and then the momentum just sort of carried on from there. And, with the Pakistan not slaying the ball everywhere, it's given these youngsters some nice chances to find their way into the game, line of length, and bang away at that line of length, which has been good.
We're watching Ryan Lees at the moment bowling. Between him and also Cameron Wheatley, the two Tasmanian quicks, certainly not the conditions they're used to bowling in.
It's a bit warmer, isn't it?
A bit warm and a bit humid.
Yeah. It should be nice conditions for bowling out there now. It should be a little bit less humid and a little bit cooler in the evenings. So, yeah, they'll enjoy this. He's certainly bowled well today. He's bowled 13 overs just for the 14 runs. So, he's been asked to do a job and he's done it pretty well.
Ryan Lee's coming in bowling to Yunus Khan. Khan's on 54. Once again, trying to put it through that area and just unlucky. I think if we, as I said earlier, if we had a wagon wheel of where the ball's been hit, it's been pretty much to gully. I'm sure his hands are going to be nice and bruised by the end of today.
Yeah, they've had some work to do. It's probably an area where you fancy your chances against these guys. It's definitely an area where, if you get a little bit of extra bounce, you can get a couple of catches in the gully, and we've seen that happen, which has been pleasing.
Lees comes in again, right arm from the northern end. Now into the wind with the breeze having moved around, and he's gone. He's picked up the outside edge of Yunus Khan. And Khan's dismissed for 54, caught by the wicketkeeper Josh Inglis. That little outside edge where he's really pushed at that rather than played at it. Yeah,
that's just the reward for quality line of length bowling. He's just jumped on the front foot, and I guess that's just a reward for really good discipline from Ryan Lees, and it's a good hard effort and just banging away at a good length, just nipped one back off the seam there, and the guys are going really well. Yeah, picked up that 6th wicket, 6 for 150 now. With
Pakistan, as you said, will start to find themselves maybe struggling to get to a score of 200.
That'll be nice. That's some real pressure on there now, and I think the guys have got some due rewards for just toiling away all day. Kept pressure on, and it's been a real good performance. Really good effort.
The new batsman coming out for Pakistan is Mohammad Nawaz. For a lot of us, this is the first opportunity to see a lot of these Pakistan players playing in this country. They don't often tour Australia.
No. Well, Nawaz is probably, say he's handy with the bat. A lot of these lower order guys, dashes, Wahab can dash him a bit. But he's probably coming in where maybe Yasir Shah will probably find his way into the first Test match. But I'll tell you what he is. He's a good bowler. Let's hope he's not too handy with a stick. That'll be good.
And that's probably one of the things that I think will test the Australian batsman in this tour is that Pakistan do have a lethal set of bowlers.
Absolutely, and that's one of the things you look forward to. We saw last year or a couple of years back in the World Cup where Wahab Riaz had a nice little run in with Shane Watson in Adelaide, and it was great for cricket. Really good stuff. There's nothing like seeing a couple of bowlers bowl 150. So there's going to be plenty of pace on show, some excitement throughout the series. So it'll be good fun. It'll be good fun to watch.
Looking forward to it. When the Australians get into bat, again, for some of them, James Pearson's been in and around a little while, but a lot of the other batsmen are pretty new on the Australian cricket scene as far as being shown played Big Bash cricket. So who do you like the look of, and who should we keep an eye out for in the first innings?
Well, my answer is probably as good as yours, I suppose. It'll be a test for sure. It depends whether they get in here under lights, I guess. That might be a little bit tricky for a couple of these guys facing, Mohammad Amir with a brand new pink ball under lights, bowling, good high 140s. But look, I was with a couple of these guys in the Matador Cup for the CA11, and I like the look of Will Bazisto. Had a really good tournament. Jake Carter is a pretty gifted left-hander, and he's got a really good technique to strike the ball. Arjun Nair, of course, with the ball, but also with the bat. And Matt Short's in good form as well. He got a couple of hundreds in the second 11 just not long ago. So there's some talent there. But it will be interesting to see how they go against a full-class quality attack.
They'll certainly know they've taken a step up.
Yeah, you'll certainly know, that they're facing some quality when, Mohammad Amir comes in and sends them down. Also, Wahab, and it's pretty good attack.
But at least for some of them, having played Matador Cup, they've had a chance to play against some Shield bowlers and the occasional Test bowler. And Josh Hazelwood, I know, played Matador Cup, so a few of them would have come across some decent bowling. So that plus this will help them improve their cricket.
Oh, it's great for them. It's a wonderful opportunity. And I think, look, you'll see a couple of these guys playing Shield cricket, full time soon enough. They're all good players. Probably, 13th in the squad at the moment, and they're all thereabouts. A couple have played some first-class cricket before. I think 5 of them or 6 of them, this is the first game. So a really good experience and a good challenge as well.
And there's even still a few more. I know at the moment the under-19s have got a development squad that are playing at the moment, and a few of those guys are sort of knocking on the door of maybe in a year or two being included in this squad.
Yeah, well, there's that many development squads. I don't think anyone can know which development squad they're in, actually.
We've got Nair bowling his right arm off spin. Certainly the light's well and truly taking effect here. It's been a beautiful day. Still quite humid and warm, sitting around 28 degrees at the moment. Sarpraz got that one around the corner, picks up 2 runs to open his